Hi, happy Tuesday. Hey, we're going to be reading Ecclesiastes chapter 8 today. And as we do, start thinking a little bit about what is the meaning of life. Now, throughout all of this time, Solomon's been telling you everything is meaningless and meaningless. But here in chapter 8, I think the Solomon here is going to tell us what the true meaning of life is. Hi, I'm Pastor Mark, and I'm with Heights Christian Church. What we are about is we are going to go through the Bible in 5 years. We would love for you to be a part of it. We're asking that you would subscribe to this channel, and then daily you get notifications, and you will have someone to read the Bible with on a daily basis, either Pastor Jeremy or myself. We are happy to do that, and then take a little bit of what we've read and apply it to our lives on a daily way to help us to be more like Jesus. Sound good? Great. Well, then let's read Ecclesiastes chapter 8. Who is like the wise? Who knows the explanation of things? A person's wisdom brightens their face and changes its hard appearance. Obey the king's command, I say, because you took an oath before God. Do not be in a hurry to leave the king's presence. Do not stand up for a bad cause, for he will do whatever he pleases. Since the king's word is supreme, who can say to him, "What are you doing?" Whoever obeys his command will come to no harm, and the wise heart will know the proper time and procedure. For there is a proper time and procedure for every matter, though a person may be weighed down by misery. Since no one knows the future, who can tell someone else what is to come? As no one has power over the wind to contain it, so no one has power over the time of their death. As no one is discharged in time of war, so wickedness will not release those who practice it. All this I saw as I applied my mind to everything done under the sun. There is a time when a man lords it over others to his own hurt. Then, too, I saw the wicked buried, those who used to come and go from the holy place and receive praise in the city, where they did this. This, too, is meaningless. When the sentence for a crime is not quickly carried out, people's hearts are filled with schemes to do wrong. Although a wicked person who commits 100 crimes may live a long time, I know that it will go better for those who fear God, who are reverent to him. Yet, because the wicked do not fear God, it will not go well for them, with them, and their eyes will not lengthen like a shadow. There is something else meaningless that occurs on the earth. The righteous who get what the wicked deserve, and the wicked who get what the righteous deserve. This too, I say, is meaningless. So I commend the enjoyment of life, because there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink and be glad. Then joy will accompany them in their toil all the days of their life. God has given them under the sun. When I applied my mind to know wisdom and to observe the labor that is done on earth, people getting no sleep day or night, then I saw all that God has done. No one can comprehend what goes on under the sun. Despite all their efforts to search it out, no one can discover its meaning. Even if the wise claim they know, they cannot really comprehend it. That's Solomon continuing in Ecclesiastes chapter 8. I want to highlight a verse, the 15 and 16, as we read that here, and talk a little bit about it. 15 says, "So I commend the enjoyment of life, because there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat, drink, and be glad." That is what Solomon says. You know what? All the stuff you do, eat, drink, be glad. Eat, and be glad. Why? Well, it says, "Then joy will accompany them in their toil all the days of their life." I mean, they're working, they're laboring for their food, they're laboring for their drink, they're laboring, but that God has given them under the sun. Listen, one of the aspects that life is to be enjoyed, eating, drinking, being glad, only with the idea that God has given us these gifts. When we include God in that, then there can be joy in our lives, knowing that God has given it to us. And then 16 and 17. When I applied my mind to know wisdom and to observe the labor that is done on earth, people getting no sleep day or night, again the toil, then I saw all that God has done. No one can comprehend what goes on under the sun. Despite all their efforts to search it out, no one can discover its meaning. Even if the wise claim they know, they cannot really comprehend it. Listen, there's a lot of people that say, I can't do anything until I completely understand. Well, you know what? We just need to take it day to day. And we need to go with the pieces that have been revealed to us. But the whole plan that God has for us, no one can know. And we're not meant to know everything. We're not meant to know the end of our days. We're just given each day. Here's what Jesus said on the Sermons on the Mount. In chapter 6, starting in verse 25. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? So one of those aspects that Jesus is talking about, the anxiety and the worry about what's going to happen, how are you going to do it, that's meaningless. We're not meant for us to know everything. We're not meant to be so wise that we know what's coming all the time. We can observe, we can do our best, but you know what? We're not guaranteed anything. We really aren't. So this is part and parcel of understanding. If we include God in our lives, we can have joy. We can eat, drink, and be glad. It's not just so meaningless, but it's only when God is included in this aspect and known as gifts from God, then we can be joyous. So I'm hoping that you are joyous today, and we will see you tomorrow.